Hey everybody, Joe here. So it is the end of June already. I can't believe how fast time is just flying by. And I thought, I'm going to be busy in the next few days, and I didn't want to miss my end of June garden tour because I've been doing them at the end of each month. So let's just take a quick look and update and see how everything's going. We're starting here on the side yard, and the hostas are still doing great. I'm busy keeping them at bay because they want to get out of hand. And I have to, it's a little bit of, I wouldn't call it work, but it's a little bit of attention needed. You can see my lily of the valley spread under here beautifully. I love the way it looks. I didn't see any flowers this year. I don't know if I missed them or it's not yet or they didn't come out, but anyway, they are a great ground cover. We just passed by the mint that I put in that tree trunk and the little boy fishing from my parents' vintage piece right there that really love him, and MaryAnn loves him too. MaryAnn's grandfather's watering can there. And in this area you can see I'm growing a little bit of basil right here. We use a lot of basil, as well as that Dracaena spike. I stuck it in the ground this year, and we had some pumpkins that just, I had them in the yard and they fell apart and there were seeds all over. You can see them growing there. I have them growing over there. I also put some in the pot. I don't know how successful they're going to be, but whatever. I'm enjoying them right now. There's another big bunch right there. That's actually in a pot, but I put the pot between some other plants so it looks like they're growing out of the ground. And if we get them, we get them. If not, we don't. This was the pot that I got from Home Depot with the palm in it and some diplodenia as well. And there is the fence I just did. I did a video on that, on hiding the air conditioning units from the street. I trimmed out that hosta. It was too large. I put a diplodenia on the bottom, and I also put that English holly there, that tall skinny one. Here is that arbor that I made a no dig arbor video as the entrance to the gate, so it just gave some mystique there. And my ferns are finally coming back that I have at the base of the arbor. I added in these two lanterns because I thought it gave a nice look to the entrance, into the yard, and the grapevine growing beautifully on the arbor and the branches. In fact, I've been cutting it back. It's so large. Here we are in the yard. I decided to put my tomato plants, well, 3 of them anyway, in these pots. These are patio tomatoes along with the Italian parsley that, again, we use a lot of, and they've really taken off, all of these vegetable plants, in the last couple of days. You can see how full and thick and happy, knock on wood, they are right now. I also have 3 more Better Boy tomatoes in the back right there, and as well, they are, they're moving up. They have flowers on them. This is a Cana lily. It just popped up now. All of them died over the winter, my bulbs. And that was the only one I could survive. That's lemon thyme right there, spreading out, really happy. And my daylilies with the orange flowers that, did you know the flowers only last one day and then another flower comes out? So I'm busy picking off those dead flowers. Back in there, I put some diplodenia and vinca vine with that architectural iron piece in that pot for some interest, and I have to cut the bottom of those hostas all the time because I want my Belgian blocks to be seen. Okay, we're just taking a scan over this little area right here. As you can see, I have a tray of diplodenia and a couple of marigolds left on the table. I'm busy inserting them in here and there. It's the end of June, but it's not too late. I'm still doing it. These are seeds my neighbor gave me from Italy. They're Bella di Notte seeds, which means beauty of the night. And you know how morning glories open in the morning? Well, these open at night. And he told me they're a variety of colors, so I can't wait to see them. There's a pumpkin plant that's actually growing in a crack of the bricks, and I don't have the heart to pull it out, but I really should pull it out. Our MaryAnn's garbage find, this plant stand, I put some Diplodenia, and here is another one. There were two of them, and I have some Diplodenia. And here is that area that I just reimagined this year with the little walk, and this whole area behind the table. I wanted it to look like a little bistro area right there, and I think I was successful. I'm really happy with that. I enjoy looking at it, even out the window. I enjoy looking at it. Over towards the moon gate right here, see the pot that I put at the bottom of the moon gate. We have the marigolds, and once again, I'm always out there picking off the dead ones. I don't want the energy of the plant to go into making seeds. And my Diplodenia vine, the mandevilla, is busy growing up onto the moon gate. And I'm curious to see how far up it's going to actually be able to make it before the end of the season. And every once in a while I have to take these tendrils and I just zip tie them on so that I can teach it where it needs to go. Hostas are, like I said before, I'm busy taking off those flowers. I know they're good for pollinators, but I can't stand them, and we have other flowers for that. My salvia here, I keep pinching it so that the flowers will continue to make. You can do that throughout the season and you'll have color. There is the smoke tree, the little piece from my father's smoke tree that I brought back here and is doing very well. Some English holly back here as well, yeah, this is the side of the pool, the far side of the pool, right next to the waterfall, which I do not have turned on. I'm taking a look from the opposite side of the pool. I'm showing you what you see from the other side. And I've been busy over the past couple of years. I had actually made this into a blank slate. There was nothing here but rock. And I just got tired of looking at that, so I got busy planting. Here is my catmint right here. This is an inkberry right here. This plant, it's also a holly as well. I actually planted 3 of those this year. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them this year. 2 in the front and 3 in the front and 1 in the back over here. More Diplodenia. Another one of those English hollies, the sedum, the hostas, more lily of the valley. My elephant ears finally have been flourishing. I've been miracle growing them once a week actually to get them to be a little bit more hardy looking. And I just planted 1 Diplodenia in each one of those pots. I might do more. I don't know. I'm keeping really consistent with those Diplodenia this year because they're pretty reliable, and I like the red flowers. My grandmother's violets right here, MaryAnn's grandfather's irises, and here are the spaghetti string beans. If you saw that video, take a look at how nice and bushy those string bean plants are getting, and they're beginning to crawl up the little string arbor that I made in front of that fence. Reclaimed space right there. So I'm heading back down towards the moon gate right here. If you didn't catch that, we got a moon gate on Amazon. In fact, it's on sale right now. If you go and check for it, I think it's in like another $20 off because we're approaching that time of the season where they want to get rid of stuff. Here I'm moving down into the front, and I like to use gravel in place of mulch because the mulch just keeps blowing away, and the gravel is a little bit more hard to deal with, but it's a little bit easier that I don't have to keep replacing it. Take a look at the rock sedum that grew there on its own, the beautiful color, what is that, chartreuse against the red, and then the burgundy dracaena spike. Please pardon the sun like that, I couldn't help that. And my combination of colors here, I just took a liriope from the back that I didn't like where it was, and I split it into 3, and I put it around this inkberry right here. I had wanted to put 2 more of these inkberries, 1 on each side of that one, but I couldn't find them, so it is what it is. And here on the porch we can see the Boston ferns. Again, I'm miracle growing them, and I put 2 more Diplodenia right here to hopefully wrap around the vine. This is where the deer urinated. I had to cut it out, and I replaced it with this piece of sod. Fingers crossed that I'm going to get that to grow. I keep that watered, and hopefully it'll replace that really burnt out space that the deer urinated in. Here we're in what I call the island, my fake little waterfall here with my parents' pagoda right there. And over here what I did was I just planted these yesterday. I put some marigolds in next to that inkberry holly right there just for some color, and hopefully they will get nice and bushy. Moving up towards the side of the house, I just wanted to give you an update on my azalea that got really ruined by the snow this year. I had to chop the whole top of it off. It is growing back. We've been keeping track of it, and it is starting to fill in. So I'm really glad about that. And then here is another one of those inkberries. So that's all four of them now that you saw. This is along the side fence. I usually don't show you this. I have a combination of hosta and irises in here, and there's a little walkway. That's the other side of the fence where the string beans are, actually. That's where we are right now. So I'm heading back down towards the front of the house right now, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video today, and just to see where we are. I like to keep track, and I hope you're all doing well. Happy gardening. Bye bye.